Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devagi Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, text number 37. 2.5.37. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is The Cause of All Causes. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Puruṣasya mukhaṁ brahma kṣatram etasya bāhavaḥ ūrvor vaiśyo bhagavataḥ padbhyāṁ śūdro vyajāyata. Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Puruṣasya of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mukham, mouth. Brahma, in the brahmanas. Kṣatram, the royal order. Etasya, of him. Bhagavaḥ, the arms. ūrvoḥ, the thighs. Vaiśyo, or the mercantile man. Bhagavataḥ, of the personality of Godhead. Padbhyāṁ, from his legs. śūdraḥ, the laborer class. vyajāyata, become manifested. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanavranda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. The brahmanas represent his mouth. The kṣatriyas, his arms. The vaiśyas, his thighs. And the śūdras are born of his legs. Purport. All living beings are stated to be the parts and parcels of the Supreme Lord, and how they are so is explained in this verse. The four divisions of human society, namely the intelligent class, the brahmanas, the administrative class, the kṣatriyas, the mercantile class, the vaiśyas, and the laborer class, the śūdras, are all in different parts of the body of the Lord. As such, no one is different from the Lord. The mouth of the body and the legs of the body are non-different constitutionally, but the mouth or the head of the body is qualitatively more important than the legs. At the same time, the mouth, the legs, the arms, and the thighs are all component parts of the body. These limbs of the body of the Lord are meant to serve the complete whole. The mouth is meant for speaking and eating. Arms are meant for the protection of the body. The legs are meant for carrying the body. And the waist of the body is meant for maintaining the body. The intelligent class in society, therefore, must speak on behalf of the body, as well as accept foodstuff to satisfy the hunger of the body. The hunger of the Lord is to accept the fruit of sacrifice or sacrifice. The brahmanas or the intelligent class must be very expert in performing such sacrifices, and the subordinate class must join in such sacrifices. To speak for the Supreme Lord means to glorify the Lord by means of propagating the knowledge of the Lord as it is, broadcasting the factual nature of the Lord and the factual position of all other parts of the whole body. The brahmanas, therefore, are required to know the Vedas or the ultimate source of knowledge. Veda means knowledge and Anta means the end of it. According to Bhagavad-gītā, the Lord is the source of everything. Aham sarvaisya prabhavo. And thus, the end of all knowledge, Vedanta, is to know the Lord, to know our relationship with Him and to act according to that relationship only. The part and parcel of the body are related to the body. Similarly, the living being must know this relationship with the Lord. The human life is especially meant for this purpose, namely, to know the factual relationship of every living being with the Supreme Lord. Without knowing this relationship, the human life is spoiled. The intelligent class of men, the brahmanas, are therefore especially responsible for broadcasting this knowledge of our relationship with the Lord and leading the general mass of people to the right path. The administrative class is meant for protecting the living being so that they can serve this purpose. The mercantile class is meant for producing food grains and distributing them to the complete human society so that the whole population is given a chance to live comfortably and discharge the duties of human life. The mercantile class is also required to give protection to the cows in order to get sufficient milk and milk product, which alone can give the proper health and intelligence to maintain a civilization perfectly meant for knowledge of the ultimate truth. And the laborer class, who are neither intelligent nor powerful, can help by physical service to the other higher classes and thus be benefited by their cooperation. Therefore, the universe is a complete unit in relationship with the Lord. And without this relationship with the Lord, the whole human society is disturbed and is without any peace and prosperity. This is confirmed in the Vedas. Brahmano asya mukhaṁ asit bahu rajanyaha tataha. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Teshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna. So today's sloga, it is again the continuation of the discussion between Brahma and Narada. So Brahmaji again is explaining till now the previous verses he was explaining about the Mahavishnu and Garbhadakshayi Vishnu and Kshiradakshai Vishnu and how the manifestation happened and how this universes appeared. So all those things he was explaining. Now he is talking about the society, the human society. So in this verse specifically, he was talking about the four varnas of the society: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaisya, and Śūdras. These are the four different classes of people in the society. And he was explaining that the Brahmanas represent the mouth of the Lord. So the Brahmanas, who is representing the mouth of the Lord. So the mouth is meant for two things. One is to have the prasadam and to speak. So the two activities it will do. So the Brahmana class, they have to take care of this two activities. So the eat, so the mouth is to put stuff need to be added. So that means that is representing the ritual, the sacrifices. So they will recite the Vedic mantras and they will do the sacrifices, the yajna, whatever the yajna they used to do, that kind of activities the Brahmanas will do. The foodstuff need to be given to. See, if you take the society as a body, a human body, if you imagine it's a human body, the mouth is representing the Brahmanas. But the mouth, not only the mouth is just enjoying this foodstuff, but the mouth is the one of the way through which the foodstuff can be reached the stomach. Actually, The stomach is the ultimate place. The foodstuff is whatever they are eating, it will go and do the activities there. The process is happening in the stomach and it is becoming energy. It is converted into energy. Similarly, whatever the brahmanas, the sacrifices, whatever they are doing, it is not for the brahmanas' sake. It is for the stomach or the central part of the body is from stomach. The similar way, the center of the all these sacrifices is a Supreme Lord. So the whatever the yajna it is happening, it is for to satisfy the Supreme Lord. And this is one of the activity. Mouth is eating, one of the activity. And the another activity of the mouth is speaking, is the another activity of the mouth. So the speaking means the brahmanas, they are meant to learn the scriptures and Vedas. And what they have to do, they have to help the other classes of the society. So it is not necessary that the other classes of society expert in the Vedas and Upanishads. They can get the help from the brahmanas and they can do their activity. So the brahmanas meant only for these two activities. They do the sacrifices for the Lord and they will preach, they will teach the Vedas and Upanishads to the other classes. This is the only activity as the brahmana. So, and they will always depend on the Supreme Lord, because then only they can, because all this knowledge, it is coming out from the Supreme Lord, whatever the knowledge we are, because they are directly connected with the sacrifices and talking about the Supreme Lord. They are directly under the service of Supreme Lord service. So the Brahmanas always depend on the Lord only. They should not strive to accumulate the wealth and all those stuffs. They should not do. Whatever Lord is given, utilizing that to keep their body and soul together, and they will serve the Lord. They should serve the Lord in these two ways. That is the purpose of Brahmanas. That's why Brahmanas represent the mouth of the Supreme Lord. And next class is the kṣatriyas. So kṣatriyas is arms. Though the kṣatriyas are meant as the arms of the Supreme Lord. So arms of the Supreme Lord means what is the purpose of the arms? To do the protection. So if you see the Lord's hands, the Sudarshan Chakra will be there. On one hand, Sudarshan Chakra will be there. On another hand, the Gada is be there. So these are the two things. It is for the protection of the human society. On protection of Lord's hands, these weapons are there. It is because of it shows they represent the Lord is the protector of the all. So that is the reason these weapons are there with the Lord. And that's the reason these two arms are representing the kṣatriyas. So the Lord's arms is representing the kṣatriyas. So kṣatriyas, their work is to protect the society. So they protect and lead the society to the proper way. Because they have the power, so they have to lead the society in the proper way by taking the help from the Brahmana society. So in the olden days, when there was a kings were there, that time there is a Brahmanical community. They will be there in their palace. They will go to the palace, the royal court every day. And whenever there is whatever the discussion is happening sometimes they will give the justice, and sometimes they will speak about the welfare of the society, and sometimes they will talk about the protection from the invaders, or sometimes they will talk about the protection from the natural disasters. All those things they will discuss in the courtyard. So during that time, since the Brahmanas are expert in the scriptures and the Vedas, they will give the individual ideas to the king, so that if you act in that way, it will be solved. The problem will be solved, or they will give some ideas. All the ideas given by the Brahmanas. So the whatever the Brahmanas is giving, so that ideas will be established by the king. So that is the way the relationship between the Kshatriyas and the Brahmanas will be. And Brahmanas, if suppose there is a naturally there is no rain, so the Brahmanas will suggest, okay, if you do the yajna, then the rain will happen. So then the king, he need to arrange the yajna, then the Brahmanas will come and they will do the yajna and they will satisfy the Supreme Lord, and then the rain will come. So this is the way the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, they have to together, they need to work. But the main activities, the brahmanas cannot take the position of Kshatriya, and Kshatriya cannot take the position of the brahmanas. So there is no restriction that Kshatriyas cannot read Vedas and understand Vedas. It is not like that. It is not necessary for them because the intelligent class is always helping them to do that. They have to do what is meant for them. And the third category is the vaiśyas. So the vaiśyas, they are representing the thighs of the Lord, the thighs. So the thighs is the important part. It is not, you see, if you see all the part of the body from the head to toe, all parts are important. It is not, we cannot say that, okay, it is thighs is not important, only mouth is important, head is important, hands are important, legs are important. We cannot say like that. But why it is mentioning in that way? Because according to their the varnas, what are their activities? So according to that, the limbs of the body is compared with. So here the vaiśyas are compared with the thighs of the body. So thighs of the body, it is giving to the strength to the body. So maintain the body. So the body is to be stand means the thighs are required. So for that, the vaiśyas are there. So in literal meaning, it is to the body, it is giving the support. The similar way, the Vaisya community, what they are doing, they are giving the support for what? To stand the society. So Vaisya community, they are mercantile. So they will do the merchants. They will sell the foodstuffs. They will sell the food grains, and from the earlier in the olden days, it was exchanging way. It will be there. So if one person they have the foodstuff like a wheat, rice, the raw materials, but then grains. And another person has the vegetables. They will give this food grains to them, and they will get the vegetables. So the person who has the vegetable, they will get the food grains through these guys, and these guys they don't have the vegetables. They will get the vegetables from the other person. So this is the way they will do the exchange of their foodstuffs. So they will sustain. And this is the way the vaiśyas. So the foodstuff they will exchange, and also the vaiśyas they used to give the tax to the king, and the tax in the form of again the food grains they will give the whatever they food grain what they are selling. Suppose they will give the what they are selling, they will give the as a money, or and the foodstuff also they will give to maintain the royal order also. So all the food grains they will give to the king, and they will give the tax also. So using the tanks and the food grains, the kṣatriyas will sustain, and Kshatriya will give some amount of that to the brahmanas, so that the brahmana also sustain. So whatever the vaiśyas are doing, that from that, whatever the vaiśyas are giving from that tax amount, the Kshatriyas take care of the society and the brahmana community. So this is the way, internally all the different varnas are connected. So the last varna, it is a śūdras. So it is not that śūdras are lower. Yes, it is śūdras are born of his legs. So if it is something in the feet, then it is kind of a lower. It is not like that. That's why Prabhupada is mentioning that all the limbs of the body, from if it is a head or mouth or eyes, nose, it is equally important as a leg also. Because legs is, what is the purpose of leg? With the leg only, we can maintain this body. So that is the reason the leg is also very much important. So the purpose of the legs, how it is maintaining all the other three parts, the thighs and arms and mouth. So all the other parts are sustained with the help of the legs. So the similar way, the legs of the society Sudras, what they will do, they neither powerful like Kshatriyas, and they don't know the mercantile activities also, and they don't know the Vedic knowledge also. So that kind of people, we are calling them Shudras. They meant to help the other three classes. So how they will help the Vaishyas? They will work on the fields and for cultivating the foodstuffs, and they will work on the king's palace to serve the king, and they will work on the brahmanas and to take the suppose the things whatever required for the puja, they will take it to they'll give it to the brahmanas. So that's such in that way, the Shudra class, they will helpful for all the other three classes, brahmanas, kṣatriyas, and vaiśyas. So this is the way there is a harmony in the society, and the work is differentiated. Work is meant for each work is meant for each different classes, and it is not that it is a by birth. Okay, if you are born in the Shudra community, you have to take that Shudra only. It is not like that. So why? How can we can say that it is not like that? Because current society, the people they meant like that only. So if you born of a doctor, your son should be a doctor. So that if you born of a politician, he must be a politician. Like that, the people are trying to do that, but that won't help in each and every time. So, but because that is artificial way of making if you are a politician, your son also politician. It is your son is a Kshatriya, means you are also Kshatriya, your son also Kshatriya. It cannot be possible because it's a based on their guna and karma. So that's what Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad-gītā 4.13, the sloka, 4th chapter and 13th sloka. What is explaining? चतुर्वर्णं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मा विभागशः तस्य कर्तारम् अभिमां विद्धि अक्रतारम् अव्ययम्. So, Krishna, what he is explaining in this sloka is, according to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. So, this is the very bold and very great statement, because the four divisions of the society. So he is saying that it is not that the four different varnas are by birth. Yes, Krishna is saying that two things. Guna karma vibhavashaha. That line is very much important. The highlighted line is guna karma vibhavashaha. So guna means it's a quality, and karma means the work, and vibhavashaha in terms of the division. So this is the guna and karma. Based on the guna and karma, the human societies are divided into four. That's what Krishna is. Chatur Varnam. The human society is divided into four. What are the four? Brahmanas, kṣatriyas, vaiśyas, and śūdras. These four, it is based on the guna and karma. So if a person is a brahmana, the brahmana family, because of his bad association, he was not learned any he's not learned any of his Vedas, and he was not eligible to be a Kshatriyas. He was just a drunkard. If he become a drunkard, then he's not useful for any of these three society, and he can do some activities like a Shudra. So even though the person he is born in the Brahmana family, but if he take up the work of Shudra, that means he is a Shudra. This quality is guna is Shudra, and whatever the activities he was ready to do, it's a Shudra's activity, then that person need to be considered as a Shudra. So it is not like that, okay, he born in the family of Brahmana, he need to be considered as a family, Brahmana. No. Whatever his guna and karma he was doing, that way we have to consider that person. So this is what is stressed by our acharyas also, even Prabhupada and His Holiness Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Everybody, when the British came over there, that time when the British asked this Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, that time he told that we are not differentiate the people by their birth. We are differentiating by their activities. If a person born in a family of Shudra, if he is ready to do, his qualities are Brahmanical quality, and he wanted to learn the Vedas and he wanted to preach about the Lord, then it is possible. Yes, he is qualified to do that. So based on the qualification, we are differentiating the society, not by the birth. That's what boldly told by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. So that is from this Krishna also confirming that the four varnas of society, it is created by divisions created by the Supreme Lord. But here Krishna also is saying that in this I am the creator of this system. You should know that I am yet the non-doer and being unchangeable. So I am the not doer. Yes, he is not. I'm not doing it. He was saying that I'm not making this person as a kṣatriyas, this person as a śūdra. I'm not doing that. It is, I'm not, I'm just prepare this structure. This is the way the society need to work. So that's a structure only I created. I'm the non-doer. That's what Krishna is confirming. So in the current society, people are saying that there is no division in the society. This is the Sanatana Dharma. It is seeing the is differentiating the people by their birth. So that is where the propaganda, false propaganda is happening, because they were not aware of this Vedic knowledge. Because of that, they are doing the halfway. They knows that it is created by the Supreme Lord. It is mentioned in the scriptures that it was different varnas. Halfway, no, they are not ready to understand this knowledge also. So they just wanted to blame this Vedic knowledge, and they wanted to establish their own ideas. So that is the reason the current politicians, they are talking about the equalism. So the equalism cannot happen in the society at any point of time. That's what Krishna also confirming, and all the acharyas also confirming. Equalism, nobody can, because all are in the spiritual level. If you see, all these four divisions are the same. All are spiritual spirit souls. That's what in Krishna in Bhagavad-gītā he was saying that who is the Pandita, who is the knowledgeable person, the person who is seeing the elephant and who is seeing the cow and a dog and the dog eater, a brahmana. So all these living entities are should equally seen as the person who is seeing all of them as equal. That person is called a learned person. Why Krishna told like that? Because that person, he has the idea, he has the knowledge, he won't see the outwardly the person what he is doing, outwardly a dog what it is doing. He will see that because of its previous karma, this living entity, as this soul, it got into the different body. That's it. And according to the body, it is doing the work. But with the original position of the soul, it is the very pure. It is not contaminated. But because of this is guna and karma, it get into this body. So that understanding, and they will see the soul level only. The person who is a learned person, who learned means who learned the Vedas, that person is called the learned person. It's not the person who is learned very degree, multiple degrees in the mundane science or mundane maths. Though that person cannot be considered as a knowledgeable person, because they know only this material elements and how to manipulate. That's it. But the person who knows the Vedas, that person know this how the creation happened and who is the Supreme Lord and what is the purpose of life. That person is called the learned person. So the learned person, he knows how this society is running and how to treat the other living entities. But unfortunately, in the current society, there's a wrong propaganda is happening, because Sanatana Dharma, it is differentiating the people with the categories based on their work. Yes, it's based on their work, not based on the birth. But all the society, they have to help each other. So then the society will run in a harmony. And also at any point of time, even though the current politicians are talking about the equalism, okay, all are equal, like that they will say, but they first of all we need to check with them, are they are equal in their same, they will go and sit on a uh, topmost position. Suppose in their house itself there is some servants will be there. If they were treating everyone as equal, whether will they eat with the servant in the same dining table, and will they share when they are going for a meeting, will they share the person who is working as a arrangement, who is doing the arrangements in the chairs and the tables, will they sit with the same person in when they are doing the conference or meetings? Is it possible for them? So they won't sit. They'll think that, okay, these guys are only taking the chairs and tables and cleaning guys. So they will treat them in that way only. They won't treat them equally. So the equalism, it is not at all there with the country. Even though they are propagating the equalism not there in the society. So they will treat that person as a śūdra only. They will say that it's a śūdra, is the down person. And they will, if the person who is the intelligent person, there's a intelligent class, the IAS, IPS people, they are taking the IAS people, they took the charge of the intelligent class of work. They are giving the ideas to the government. So there is an intelligent class also there, like a brahmanas, there is an intelligent class also there. And there is a army and police, they are giving the protection. So there is a Kshatriya class also there in the society. And some people are doing the business. There's currently the software business is famous, but the food grain business also still exists. So these who are all selling this, all those things, they are all vaiśyas. So this, even though the people are talking about the equalism, all this four classes, four varnas will exist in the society in different forms. We may not see that, okay, the kings are like a royal order, it will be like that. So now the kings are in the form of prime minister, president, or chief minister. And the brahmanas, their work is do the sacrifice and will propagate propagate about Supreme Lord, and they will give the ideas to the society. But in the current society, Kali Yuga, they left it's a godless society, because that's the reason they won't take care of the sacrifices and propagation about the God. They will only take care of give the ideas to the society, ideas to the government. So these four varnas are there, four ashram, four avarnas always will be there in the society. It cannot be eradicated because it is provided by Krishna as he given. So today's sloka we discussed the four varnas in the society, how they are working in each other. So this is the way the Lord also explaining and Brahma also explaining. So there is no difference between the explanation given by the Lord and given by the Brahma. So we have to accept the authorities as it is, and we have to understand that we should not go with what the current people are saying outwardly. We have to always, what the authorities are saying in the scriptures, we have to accept that and we have to follow that. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.